Boomhauer01 here. We've got Puddin' Knievel, we've got Archangel, we've got Tron, we've got our in-race reporter of Mills. Welcome to our championship round. If you just watched this last broadcast, we've seen some dog fights tonight. Alright, one hell of a race at Kansas for our championship finale between NOCO, RJ SMITTY, and the last but not least transfer spot of WickedGatekeeper, battling it out for that Elite Series Custom Cup trophy for Giggity Racing League Season 3. Welcome aboard, y'all. Thank y'all again for being up here with me. What the hell's going to happen now? I mean, that's all I know to say.
After last race, I have no idea. I mean, I know there's going to be some amazing racing going down and some tempers flying.
How can it get any better? I mean, seriously.
Oh well,
after the
we're
finish?
going to Homestead. There's no particular preferred line. We are in customs. You can make that low line, medium line work. We know that the HWH will not work here unless you desperately have to.
Yeah, don't count it out.
But we'll see what happens. Again, customs are on tonight. Tron, this was your first broadcast in Custom Cup, again, in Championship Week, man. I want your thoughts, because you just explained it a little bit off air, but I want your thoughts, man. Thanks for being up here.
Man, when it comes down to it, I was truly impressed. And fell short didn't fall short of my expectations when it comes to the caliber of these drivers. They put on one heck of a show. If you missed it, you need to go back and watch this race. We were standing, yelling, and screaming, parting the loud voices across the broadcast, because man, we were yelling at the TV at the drivers. Everybody was getting it done. So many different passes, so many runs, strategies playing out. I mean, there was nothing short of this race. It was 100% excitement. I can't wait for the next race.
Exactly. I don't think anything less to come. We still have Mills as our in-race reporter, as you can hear in the background, trying to finish up some qualifying. Again, guys, you know I'm a Chevy guy, so I tried to give Mills a little bit of help and told him to put those quad bobulators in that Mustang to get him to go a little bit faster. But, dude, Homestead, this is a tricky track. You gotta roll the corners. You don't want to get into the gas as soon as what you think, and then the guy in front of you. Tonight, we talk about it a lot, but this is a track where you have to talk about race the racetrack and not the racer, because we saw at Kansas that high line is preferred. We know that. There's two lines you can't run here, but you've got to be careful.
Remember, that 42 car is running in his championship. He is not afraid to take that high line, as we've seen before.
Take
talking
that
about
high line.
Yeah, talking about real NASCAR. We know how Larson is, that Larson line.
Yeah,
but
when you get
honestly,
a line named after you, that says something. There's a Blake T line, there's the T Clay line, there's the Kate Larson line.
Well, I don't think the T Clay line is going to work here, because if you're in the grass, it's just going to, you're going to lose.
Oh, no, he just sent me a message. He joined in on the last race, didn't participate in the chat conversation, but thanks for joining in. And guys, this is coming down to, this is Championship Week. Get your friends, get your family, come support your teammates. We want to see as many viewers out there as we possibly can.
And if you feel like you have a chance, if you want to battle amongst these guys, if you just watched this last race, if you've watched any of the broadcasts throughout the year, if you feel like you've got what it takes to compete with this level, let us know. Don't be afraid. Don't be, I don't know. If you feel like you've got, remember, confidence is everything. So if you think you've got the car, you think you've got the setups, you've got the talent to race with us, everything that we do here, we've got, we race 7 days a week. We've got custom and preset, dirt, from dirt all the way to cup, everything in between. So by all means, join us. Give us all shout outs, all the team captains, Taddy, NOCO, SMITTY, Mills, Robbie Vids, Trey, let us know. Little man. Yes,
I just got a message real quick, too. I don't know if you guys, he is not a participant in Giggity. He is a good friend of mine who I've raced with a lot. I do play some Call of Duty with him, too. E-Boz. E-Boz join that last race. He's got to go to bed a little bit early. He wakes up way early. But great to have you on board, E-Boss. Thanks for joining. And he said, damn, I wish I could stay up to watch this.
Yeah,
he
no,
just
right?
sent me that text.
He'll have
And he
the
told me to put my
broadcast.
teeth in, too.
Yeah. No, no, Puddin', you speak worse when your teeth in. I learned that mistake already. But like I said,
All
if
right,
you
guys,
feel like
but
you've
man,
got
we're Homestead Cup style tonight for the cup for the cup, right? I guess that's the best way to say that. Cup for the cup. Yeah, I like that.
Where do you go from here? I mean, after that last race, I mean, because I'm pretty sure, especially Wicked, you know, he put a ton into Kansas. How much does he have left in the tank?
I would think endless, because this is it. This is for the gusto. This is the drive that these boys wait and strive, and work to.
You just
this
did
entire
all
season.
of that for this moment. How are you going to follow it up? I mean,
all season long, all the hours, all the days, all the weeks put in on these customs.
All right, don't accept. We just heard you. All right.
I mean, I mean, the time that puts in a custom, and at all of these tracks, the intensity, the time that it takes to put in, this comes down to the brass tacks and bronze layer medal. This is for all the marbles, boys and girls.
Because, the other Giggity drivers, if y'all are watching this, this last weekend, whenever we had the, the qualifying, the test for the Pro League, the esports, we literally had 10, 15 people all in a party in a lobby,
guys,
just going at it. What's that?
I'm sorry, I gotta break in here. Wicked Gatekeeper sitting on the pole by a 10th.
By a 10th?
Holy cow!
So you were wondering about how this race is going to turn out? I think we just got a preview right there.
Yes.
And see, again, guys, after this is all done, go back to Kansas, go back to Homestead, because most of the time during qualifying, not only during qualifying, but sometimes during the race, Giggity takes over the daily, weekly, and a lot of those people get put on. Yeah, they get put on the all time just from some of these races. So that's just something about what we got here, man.
Take a look at Kansas first, see how we've already done
that's one thing I'm gonna bring up real quick is for our viewers out there. When it comes down to watching these races, I mean, just the information alone that you can get out of every one of these races, and watching these drivers who get it done, and they get it done very fast. You can learn so much of these lines and of course pit strategies. So again, that's a great thing to share with your friends, and have them watch this as well.
And accept those invites.
All right.
Copy that.
Go do this. We are getting ready to run a custom cup. Like we just said, cup for the cup. I like that. I don't know where I come up with it. Yeah.
I'm nervous. I really am. It comes down to this race right now.
WickedGatekeeper said it in the post race. He was nervous an hour beforehand, and he's nervous going into this race. That's how much it means to these guys.
Yeah,
it does. I mean,
as it should be.
I'm sorry. I'm not, trying to, bump up more than what it is. But I don't know of any of the leagues that have the level of media that we do. The fact that every one of our races, day in and day out, night after night, week after week, month after month, that are broadcasted like this. So I mean, they know everybody's watching.
Yeah, ever since I've started doing this,
the green flag.
Yeah, so here we go.
Ooh, SMITTY's not in the Cole Trickle throwback. He's in the Jeff Gordon Championship throwback.
Oh, so maybe
he's trying to prove something out there.
He's got his shoes on, man.
Yes, he
does. He's got his dancing shoes on. I like it. Yeah.
He's got them blue suede shoes on. He's walking downville.
I was just going to say that, Boom. I know you and I always love our music trivia, but yes, guys, let's not take away from that. But yes, he's walking in Memphis right now, boys and girls.
Gatekeeper is going to lead the first lap. Now, can he lead the last?
Man, look at that McDonald's Chevy out there.
Make me hungry for a Big Mac.
Oh, he's looking for the Big Mac. These boys tonight.
He's looking for that Big Mac tonight. I threw the whole Whopper joke in the other night. Oh, my bad. That was a different race. My apologies.
I was going to say,
y'all don't even know what
the Big Mac and Whopper are two different things.
No,
We're
y'all
taking
don't
it down
even know
here,
what
guys.
I'm talking about.
he-
I
he's-
No, I
apologize.
know exactly what
he's
you're
probably
talking about.
preaching this.
Burger King was working. He was looking for a Whopper of a win that night.
No, he's probably preaching this isn't Burger King. You don't get it the way you want it. This is my race.
Oh no! Remember, McDonald's. I'm loving it, so I'm pretty sure he's loving being up front right now. Looks like is that Flo that got loose there a little bit? Nope, that was Mills.
Yeah. Thanks
Mills
for pointing that one out.
Yeah, Mills says that. Thanks again for coming back for our in-race reporter.
Absolutely.
He said right in pre-race, he's throwing the kitchen sink at this thing. He doesn't know what's going to happen. He's trying something new. He's going to take that that Deuce and he's going to try to put her in victory lane for the last race of the Custom Cup.
Take care of my car, Mills.
My last race in it.
Oh,
Actually,
I'm
that'll
gonna
be-
wreck this thing.
oh, come on! You can't do that to me now. As
All
NOCO
right,
takes
guys, look
the
at
lead.
Yep, look at that. And again, there is no points.
Nope.
It's
It
whoever
doesn't matter
finishes
if
ahead
you
of
win the
whoever.
stage or not. The only thing that matters is the final
Winning is
order.
winning. I love it.
And just like in real life, majority of the time, it's not where you finish
Oh,
ahead of
looks-
somebody.
oh,
And the win
little
is
bit
the
of
person that wins
contact
the
there.
championship. So I'm not
I've
wondering
seen the
if
same
that-
thing.
I'm not wondering if that winner, you have to win tonight to take the championship. Let's see what happens.
Loose.
We got Mango out there. Mango back again watching, man. Thanks a lot. He's not Giggity yet. Boom Howard and I have been working with him. Boom did a lot of work with him, so thanks again, Boom, Mango, for joining in. It's great to have non-Giggity people out there watching. This is for all the marbles, boys and girls. This is it.
All right. Now, we heard Wicked say earlier, him and NOCO, they don't know each other's setups. They spent separate time putting these setups in, but the fact that they're running 1-2 right now, the fact that they're staying on each other's bumper while it seems like they're pulling away from that third place driver of SMITTY, the last driver in contention for this championship. I wonder how similar these two setups are, because they've done a lot of work this season. They know how to make these cars go fast, so I'm willing to bet that even though they have different setups, they might be along the same lines.
They might find the same type of balance. I can see that.
It
Oh
looks
yes.
like Roofer's going to try to make a run on the inside of SMITTY, try to play a little bit of spoiler here.
Yep.
Oh, he gets a little bit loose coming out of turn 2 there, going down the back stretch. Looks like he gathers it up, going to fall right back in line behind SMITTY as they headed into turn 3 with NOCO leading, Wicked Gatekeeper in second, and SMITTY in third. Taddy just said good luck to all. Taddy, man, you put on a hell of a run again. You know, I'm sorry that you didn't make it. You know, you're my cat, and you're my home dog, man. I was pulling for you, even though I'd probably need to stay a little bit more subjective here, but I was rooting y'all away, and I apologize it didn't turn out the way it did. But we got hope going into next season, man. As the 1 and 2 are pulling away from that 3.
Yeah, it
Roofer
looks
makes
like
a
the
pass.
42 is really. It looks like Roofer's sitting there. I mean, he's being real patient. I don't know if he's just kind of saving his car, or he's not trying to challenge the issue. It doesn't seem like right now. He's pacing along.
Yep, and honestly, like I said, stage points don't matter. None of this right now matters. The only thing you're
It's who
doing,
finishes ahead
Yes.
of each other.
Mm-hmm.
all you're doing right now is getting your car set up. You're finding that balance. You're working your way up to stage 3. Stage 3 is where you make the moves. Right now, you're just getting that car in transition, trying to figure out what's it doing here, what's it doing there, throw a little bit of adjustment, here and there. But it's all in preparation for what's about to come.
But remember, do you think these drivers may be studying each other at the same time, really
yeah.
trying to figure out their weaknesses?
Well, the fact that
and
they're on the
strengths?
same team, I know for a fact they already know each other's strategies because they have raced with each other all season long. Oh, it looks like SMITTY gets a little bit loose. Looks like he caught the back end of Roofer coming out of turn 2. But as I was
That
saying,
was a lag.
yeah, they know each other. They've ran with each other all season, sharing information, sharing setups. I mean, they know what they're doing with each other. So right now, it's cat and mouse. That's what I'm seeing out of NOCO and Wicked right now. Who's the cat and who's the mouse? Who's going to chase who?
Now, Tron, let me ask you a question. You talked about this earlier. You are a custom cup type of person. During pit stops, as we're going to pay attention to the action on the track, during pit stops on a custom car, do you still make a few adjustments? Well, I mean, you can only make up to you with
think you
tape,
have
wedge,
to.
and tire pressure.
Yeah, more or less I do to try to keep up with the track, but also it does make a huge difference on the tempo of the race. So if you have a lot of cars that are very close together and you're all running on top of each other, you're going to want a little bit more control. You might want to tighten your car up a little bit, and vice versa. If you are getting a little more longer green runs, there's a little more spacing in the when it comes down to all of the cars. You can loosen your car up a little bit, make it go a little bit faster, see if you can get that longer, faster run. So I guess, yeah, you would always want to be doing some kind of small little adjustments, just, of course, depending on race tempo.
But
As we see
you
Wicked
don't
pull up
want
right
to
behind
swing
NOCO
for
guys
the
right here.
fences, though.
No. You know what you brung. You know what you brung to the track, and
The kitchen
and
sink
you're
should be
going
a
to run
custom
it.
setup, right?
Yes, yeah.
You should
referring
already
to
have
custom
your
set.
kitchen sink in there.
Yes.
I mean,
Yes.
whether it gets tight late or gets loose late, whatsoever, you should already have this stuff figured out by now. What's it going to do? So you should already know the changes that, if you do need to make any, that you do need to make at the end of the runs. So, I really don't. Yeah, you might see a tire pressure change, at the end of the stages by a couple, not a whole PSI. I'd maybe not even say a half a pound or so.
Hey,
Yeah,
real quick,
can I
I
say
just
something?
got a message from ESVA. He said you guys are doing a great job in the booth commentating and covering all the action. So thank you for joining ESVA. We do appreciate
Thank you
it.
very much, man.
So that's
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah,
We
appreciate that.
it.
Appreciate
yeah,
that.
That's awesome. And like I said, Wicked's right there on the back of the bumper of NOCO. Will or Win have to take it for the championship. These two are pulling away from everybody, and they are championship contenders tonight with the cup. So let's see what happens. But thank you, SVA. All the kind
gotta
words
say
for everybody
now-
out there watching. Let's bring this home tonight.
We might not, for the first time now, ever since the playoffs, the knockout rounds, have started in NASCAR, and as you see, we follow it, in that same format into online racing as we do right now. There has yet to be a season in all 5 years that this has happened that the winner of the race has not won the championship.
Correct. That's what I was talking about earlier. Do you have
All
to win
5
tonight?
of them. Starting in 2014 from Kevin Harvick, Kyle Busch, Jimmy Johnson, Martin Truex, Joey
Tony
Logano, and
Stewart.
Kyle Busch again last year. Every
Tony
single
Stewart had to
one
beat.
of them. Yes,
Tony Stewart had to
yes.
beat Carl.
Well, that
he had to
wasn't the
beat-
knockout
was he-
rounds, though.
Well,
that was
no,
still the old
exactly.
chase.
But yeah, Tony had to beat Carl.
Tiebreaker,
and he
yes.
won on a tiebreaker, and it still came down to him winning. So,
Yes, it did.
let's
So I
see
guess,
how that pans out.
that would
Tradition.
definitely.
There's a great battle going between Mills
Yes.
and the 3-car
And
right
that
now.
was the point I was getting at, because the way that
Roofer.
Mills and Roofer are running right now, they're really, they've dropped back a little bit since they started battling each other. But there for a minute, it looked like they were actually starting to catch NOCO and Wicked. Could we see somebody come up here and play spoiler and actually get the win away from the championship drivers?
Yeah, it's just slider. We get to say spoiler. Let's see how it happens. We've got 3 stages of racing. We're going to have green flag pit stops. Let's see how it pays out. That's a great observation. But let's see how this all works out. As Wicked and NOCO up there, both championship
100
contenders. Oh, no. Mills gets in the wall.
See, commentator curse. I did it again.
Maybe he should have went with those trifobulators and not the quadfobulators.
No.
I've learned about that commentator curse actually when I was broadcasting for the dirt race at Eldora, and I happened to be on Dr. Robbie, and I was talking about him, and I was looking and watching him race, and just at that time he got collected up in a massive wreck. I mean, it was cars flying, it was crazy. I mean, that was a race too. Oh man, that was a race.
Dr. Robbie Tron, he joins in and watches the broadcast all the time. He's in development right now, but he's got to speak with Kate Taddy a little bit, and that's just not a name. Dr. Robbie is really a doctor, so that's awesome. We have everybody from around the world who have all occupations.
Well, Doc, if you're watching
participating
right now, I can't sleep. Maybe you can give me some ideas, but
I want him as my doc. I know that because he knows how to go fast. So we're right there. We're right there.
Absolutely.
But yeah, that's awesome. Again, Giggity is worldwide. We've got Matt Thiessen in Brazil. We got Falcon in Australia who watches us. We got obviously Aussie Robbie over there in England. Plus we got all of our Canadian friends over here. And how many?
Shout out to Mills.
This is awesome. Yeah.
Thank you.
And-
Canuck, you and that Maple Leaf.
Car's pretty fast, eh?
There you go. There's
All right,
Like
MP
Roofer
Roofer
is
for
hitting
Pit
pit
Road.
road.
Yeah, here we go.
Green flag, so we're hitting the green flag stop. Sorry,
That
Boo.
looked like he was going a little bit fast going down into there, so I'm not sure if he might.
I don't know. I'm gonna pay
Well,
attention
again,
to that real quick.
guys, Roofer's
So we got
normally in
Roofer
a
in pit.
Mustang. He's not used to that Chevy horsepower.
Oh, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
His hair's
You
blowing
could
in
have
the wind.
surprised him. I see where you're coming from there, Puddin'. I really do.
You know, I mean,
Y'all don't
it'll
like
take you by surprise.
It'll get you. Yeah,
It'll
it'll
take
get
you
you.
surprise. No offense to our in-race commentator,
As
Mustang
here
Mills
comes
over there.
Wicked. He's on
These
pit
guys
road
are
now.
definitely pulling away. I'm going to jump back here real quick. A lot of green flag stops being made as I jump on board with our Aussie Robbie buddy right here, my team captain, one of my good friends running that cool paint scheme. He's practicing for next year. He says, hey, boys, I will be a force to reckon with. I know what he was trying to be patient last race, and he was trying not to interrupt the points championship, but he did want to prove a point, and he had a good finish. Great to see Robbie out there, and you're my boy. You're my boy, Blue.
All right.
Roofer
Roofer back on track, out of
now-
pits, nice and smooth.
Now
Speed.
you got to wonder how long is NOCO going to stay out here, you know, on these older tires, because the longer he stays out on older tires, the less, you know, he's going to be losing ground.
Okay,
He
we
is
got
a strategist, though. We talk about
Yes,
this all
he
the
is.
time. NOCO is he is a
Wicked
master
coming out of pit
strategist.
road.
So,
Mills coming out of pit road.
yeah, so thanks for joining in. We got Tron, we got Arch, we got
stay
Bill, we
well.
got Puddin.
This
We're going
access
to
road,
the
guys,
tonight.
is
Oh,
like
here we
the
go.
hardest thing I've ever done. That access road is not easy. Holy cow.
No.
Nobody
That's
else
why I
has
was
hit
really
the
watching
access
that.
road.
I was really watching that access road. You got to pay attention
on
there.
exit.
Let's take our
yes.
normally we do a fan vote to incorporate everybody else out there. What are some of the hardest access roads to accomplish? Let's say that accomplish when you come out of pit lane on these cars. I'm going to go real quick. Canadian Motorsports Park, Indianapolis, and Homestead because those
Indy.
are our three to come off. Indy is difficult.
Yes, Indianapolis is very difficult. Homestead and Indianapolis are almost the same. I mean,
Very close.
I
yeah.
think Indian. Oh, it looks like Larson gets loose coming out of turn 2. I don't think he's pitted yet. But like I said, you know, Indianapolis is a little bit sharper of a corner, so it's, you know, more of a umph to get down there. But Homestead and Indianapolis are definitely one of the top two. Canadian Tire, as long as you don't get sideways, you know, and get stuck
Don't pull the Austin
sideways.
Powers.
Yeah, don't pull a Mike Myers and get stuck sideways in between the walls, and you'll be fine there.
I've done that too. I know
That's
exactly.
happened, yes. That happens to all of us. And
but-
my recommendations to that is to shift quick into your third gear and roll that thing out nice and ginger-like.
Yes, don't get enough RPMs to get them tires
Nope.
spinning too much.
Uh-uh.
I'd say Watkins Glen and Sonoma, you'd have to throw those in there too if you're doing road courses. As we see, NOCO looks like he's coming down pit road now. Let's see how this is going to pan out, how this strategy's staying out. Looks like he stayed out about another 3.
I don't know what
or 4
happened.
laps.
Two laps. I was on board with him. 2 laps.
Oh,
I don't know what happened to Clarkson. I missed that, but his
Yeah,
car
he's
is
spun.
mangled. Wow.
Oh,
That's going to be
no.
a little detrimental to Zero.
Oh,
And
wow.
we saw him try to be a spoiler in the last race, Tron, at Kansas.
Yes,
sure did.
Again, I got to speak with him. I do play Call of Duty with him.
yeah,
and he was
Puddin'.
definitely coming for a W.
Puddin', guess who's winning right now?
Who's that,
You.
buddy?
Ozzy Robbie.
Wow.
Robbie to the lead!
Up
Has
into
he-
this. Yeah, all right.
He hasn't pitted yet, has he?
No, he hasn't, but still.
Hey, all right,
Hey, it
it
don't
doesn't matter.
matter.
if
It's
he's
great to
winning
see
or
him
not.
up there, though. Not 47.
Exactly.
And here he comes on the pit road.
All
Right,
right.
we were talking about him
Here
there,
comes
you know.
NOCO
But
off the
that's
There
pit
it
awesome.
road.
Ozzy
Get those
Robbie
up.
got a couple laps to let under his under his belt. NOCO coming out.
And here comes Wicked
More fresh
Gatekeeper. I
feel-goods.
see him coming out of turn 2. Here comes NOCO. Oh, he's on the grass. It looks like
All
he
right.
keeps it straight, though.
Yeah, he spun out coming out of Kansas. We've seen that happen once or twice to him earlier this year. We've also seen NOCO have some speeding penalties. He's
Yes.
going to definitely have to be careful. This is the last custom race. This is, like we said, custom cup for the cup, the championship tonight. So you know he's going to be extra cautious getting on and extra cautious coming off because there is no points. It's who is ahead of one another to win this
All right, so
championship
it
tonight.
looks like NOCO's got the lead. Looks like Wicked Gatekeeper sitting second. Looks like we got MP Roofer third. We got our in-race reporter Mills sitting fourth. And RJ SMITTY running at the top 5. So how many laps is in this first stage there, Mills?
39. We are on
39.
28.
28. All right, so
We're
coming up on
10 to go.
11. Now 10, yeah.
Yeah, we
I'll let
got
you know when I
Mango
cross
out there. We
All
got
right.
ESVA. We got K-Tat.
11
we
to
got,
go.
Haha,
we
there we
got, we got Money Mike out there in YouTube land. So Sean Tatterall, thank you guys. So S-Tat, K-Tat, way to have you guys. Thank you. The Mangoes out there. ESVA, Grant. He sent me a message. He's like, I'm not missing the next race. Let me know what it's on. Great to have you out there. And Money Mike, the hitchhiker himself. Great to have you guys aboard, man. We are going for the Cup tonight here at Homestead and Cup, guys.
And we just seen, our fearless leader, he posted on the broadcast chat, said he should be out there racing right now, but he was just a little bit too heated and he didn't want to do anything stupid.
That's
yes,
respect.
it is.
That's respect right there. Frustrations do run high. When I was running motorcycles and or cars, you want to go out and you want to say, hey, I remember what you did to me last race. K-Teddy did have unfortunate circumstance, worked his rear end off, especially after getting all those state points, but glad to have him out there watching, and that's a lot of respect.
By 2 points.
Thanks, kid. But
we did tap on this one again. If you missed that last race, you really need to watch that race. It was a matter of time before these tempers flared and these drivers blew up like it was 4th of July. I mean, and you see it in the style of racing. It was amazing. We're talking.
You're right, Charles.
They were everywhere.
and K-Taddy pulled off some of the most. I'm going to say it.
Wildest.
I'm going to get fined by K-Taddy, but I'll pay the $5 fine. But K-Taddy pulled off some of the most badass slide jobs I've ever seen at Kansas. So many times within so many few laps, and between some of the tightest gaps, he was on a mission.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And there's one that we will be referring to, but you guys need to go back and watch that race if you haven't seen it. We're not going to spoil it for you, but there is one pass that was hands down impressive. Yes. Everybody was yelling on this pass, so we're not going to give it away on what it was all about and how this whole thing unfolded. You need to watch that race.
Including the in-race reporter.
Yeah.
I'm screaming at it too, man.
Man.
Motorcycle racing.
Oh, all right.
Guys, real quick, I'm making a joke out there. Again, our buddy Money Mike.
Roof is getting past. No, he's not. Who is this? Who's in front of me? I don't know who that is. Never mind.
Money Mike said every time Moto puts his motorcycle racing, I
he
take
is
a shot.
lap down, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
I am going to get him completely intoxicated. He said anytime Puddin says motorcycle racing, I should take a shot. So every now and then I'm going to say motorcycle racing, and I will get Money Mike intoxicated tonight. So motorcycle racing.
Somebody jump on.
Thanks, Arch. I appreciate that.
Somebody jump on NOCO right quick for me, please.
I'm on NOCO right now.
All right, let me know when he crosses the start-finish line.
4, 3, 2, now. Going into turn 1.
So he's got about a 4.5 second lead on Wicked right now.
After the pit strategies too. So again,
yes.
He is
so
a
it looks like it worked out for him.
Tron. Yeah, this was. And I've talked to NOCO. He sent me messages. He said himself he was a little nervous. He wants to wrap this up. Again, NOCO went on one of the longest winning streaks we have seen here. Broke up by his teammate Buck at the Roval.
But he is going
wants
for back-to-back championships.
That's
that's impressive.
Awesome.
Now, how long was that winning streak? Does anyone remember?
8.
7 races.
7. He was going for 8. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. 7 heaven. That's how we remembered it. 7th is heaven. So yes.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. He fast. Yeah. He know how to go
he's
places.
Definitely fast.
Hey, Money Mike, motorcycle racing.
Like I said, that was last season I had K-Taddy on my team in the Ford game because last year it was only 3 teams. It was Ford, Chevy, and Toyota.
Wow.
See, and I got headed, the Ford team because Taddy being the admin, we didn't want, he didn't really want, or being the CEO, he didn't want to be a captain. He wanted somebody else to do it. And with our former Ford captain, with job opportunities, he left, and it left me as the Ford gang captain. Well, halfway through the season, I traded Taddy to Team Chevy and got NOCO.
Oh,
and, yes.
Wow.
Things are happening.
Okay.
And by the way, guys,
Okay.
Archangel has done so much for our broadcasting
Oh,
in the last
absolutely.
couple of months to help
2 to
us
go
out.
in the stage here, guys.
2 to
We
go.
cannot
cut you off,
thank
bud.
him anymore. Yeah, no, we got 2 to go in the stage. He was just saying, thanks to everything Archangel has done. Here in the next couple of weeks, I know Boomhauer, myself, Archangel, NOCO, K-Taddy, we're going to start doing the Giggity Roundtable again. Come join in. We're going to recap everything, kind of like a Speed Vision thing. We're going to talk everything Giggity. Dirt all the way to Cup. So feel free to come on in. We're going to get as many drivers in there as we can to bring in. But yes, don't forget to look out the Archangel's Giggity Roundtable. So thank you, Arch, for everything you do, buddy. You're a good guy.
You did a fantastic job there, Art. We appreciate everything you do for us over here. Yeah, that dirt race, man, that was the fastest moving dust ball I've ever seen in my entire life, man.
the fastest dirt ball, that's right. How many tear-offs did you need up in the booth?
It honestly looked like a tornado just swirling around in circles, just,
With Wicked second.
All right, here we go.
Looks like Roofer third. Looks like Mills going to come out with a top 5.
Right.
And RJ
And again,
Smitty
guys,
rounding
Mills.
out the top 5.
There are people going for the W, but there are also people going for that championship tonight. There is no points. It is whoever finishes the best. So
Yes, it is.
these people like Mills, Kay Larson, Wicked Gatekeeper, he's obviously in the championship. We got Robbie out there. A lot of these guys are going to try to spoil a spoiler out
Roofer,
there.
absolutely.
Yeah, those guys want those W's. But
Well, those are bragging rights there, Puddin', and those are priceless. All right.
Oh no! That is. I would rather bragging rights over a trophy all the time. That's what Money Mike has on me right now is bragging rights because he knows how to pit and I don't.
Yeah, well, we already knew that, Puddin', but
I did beat him though at ISM, but we're going to get back to this cup racing here at Homestead.
Tomorrow night we've got our 2 final races for Custom Xfinity. The championship for that has already been won. Jake has already took that championship home, so there is nothing on
Look
the
who's
line
on the pole
tomorrow
as we
night.
rack them and stack them,
Makes it
Boomhauer.
just all
Sorry.
Yes. No, go
Roofer
ahead.
in second.
This is more important. Yes, it is.
Here we go.
Roofer in second,
Yes,
rack them and
sir.
stack them, going in there. Wicked Gatekeeper, pit strategy. He is in the championship hunt tonight, boys and girls. Let's see how
Yes,
this
he
works
is.
out.
Well, we also seen NOCO catching that grass coming on a turn, coming off the pit road. It might have done a little bit of front end damage on that car, so it might have slowed his pit stop down a little bit.
Everybody is under a blanket as we take them in.
didn't think about
Here
that.
comes Mills on the high side.
HWH, we talked about that earlier. Not
NOCO's still
necessarily
pinned to the
preferred
bottom.
line.
Yes,
Yeah.
he is. He's not letting go. He is holding that
Nah,
line.
and they're not letting him up.
Right there, we got MP Roofer changing his paint scheme. He's going fast tonight. He says, I want to drive a Chevy. He's up here in a second, trying to be a spoiler. Mills right behind him. NOCO dives to the inside. Wicked Gatekeeper right now. If the flag were to fly, he would take the championship. MP Roofer to the inside.
As it
Oh,
looks
he want
like
to get some of
We can
this
hold
right
him
now.
off.
You want to put that 3 car up there?
Here he comes. Here comes. Don't forget
These
about
ladies,
that.
oh, make sure you boys talking about me out there too.
Yeah, don't
Don't
forget about
forget
that
3
black
car.
and yellow deuce. And Mills making a
Oh,
move slide
where
job
did
to
we
the
come
inside.
Power
Here he
Mills.
comes.
Mills.
Oh.
Woo, those quad populators did work for him.
as
As
Wicked
Wicked gets
catches
into
the wall.
RJ,
Oh, my goodness,
RJ
help.
back there to get the wall.
Hold on to it.
Oh, Smitty's wrecking. He's flipping. He's
No.
airborne. He's
Wow,
spinning.
yes, that is RJ Smitty. Oh, no.
Is the caution coming out?
I don't see it.
Not yet. I don't
Oh.
see it yet.
Our buddy out there on YouTube,
Come on,
Land
Mills.
Mango, says full send.
Woo!
Wicked to the inside of Mills.
Roofer to the point.
Oh, that is
Yes.
not what RJ wanted to see.
Man.
But guess what?
It's
We
still
proved it last time.
early.
Yeah, he
all
was
the
just
time.
digging, man. He
It's
is digging.
still
I seen that same
stage
dig
2.
this last race.
It's
But you
stage
remember-
2. It's not over with.
Exactly. Things can't
Great
happen
job
to
holding
bring everything
outside
back.
on Mills.
So it's not. It's
Keeping that
not
momentum
over
up.
for RJ yet, guys. It's not. Things can happen. We still have another stage. Cautions could possibly happen.
Still holding that Larson line. Trying to keep those R's up.
NOCO behind
Mills,
Wicked.
I
Mills
tell
in
you,
front
the
of
way
Wicked.
you're running that
saying,
line right now, you should be
I
in
mean-
that 42 car.
I mean, for Mills being in a Ford, he's really got something going on there.
Hush. May I remind you what is the only American-made car to win the De Leon 4 times in a row. What was that brand again?
De Leon.
Yeah.
Are we really going to De Leon?
We're gonna be going up to trivia now.
World class racing, not just NASCAR. What is one of the most important races ever? If I'm not mistaken,
Okay,
it
the
is Le
Ford.
Mans.
Yeah, we know.
It was a joke.
Oh, look at that. Smills on the inside again. He's testing that low line.
It was a shout out to Need for Speed, y'all. Come on.
I know, that's why I said
loose on exit.
That's why they went back and he grabbed the...
Mills still
Oh,
searching.
wait a minute, I'm sorry guys, look
He's
at this,
still
guys.
searching.
Mills
Yes,
to the
he
inside
is.
of NOCO. Wicked
Yeah.
to the inside of NOCO also.
All right,
Mills
so
right
we've got
behind him.
our
Wicked pushing it. We
teammates.
got a little bit of a draft. This is going to help Mills out. NOCO still to the inside. Wicked holding on tight.
Running 3rd and 4th right now, battling it out.
It seems like Mills' car is a little bit more of a chameleon because he's able to hold the bottom and run that Larson line on the top.
Yes. Mills, how in the heck are you running whichever line you want to be in right now, man? How much adjustment did you make?
It's a balance.
You got it balanced pretty good there?
It's feeling pretty good.
and
You know, hey,
and-
on that note, I gotta say, I want to shout out to RKM, man. This is his car, his setup. Sent it to me in a picture, said, here you go, buddy. Go get him. And, buddy, car is
RKM's
fast.
a good teammate.
Look
He'll
at it
definitely
go.
help if he
Look at
can.
it go. Keep up that
All
good
right.
work.
That's right,
we've
guys.
got
We haven't
2
seen
of our-
RKM out there in the chat yet. It was past his bedtime.
I know. I'm not laughing as much for that
He's probably
RKM in the
watching
chat.
that.
Oh, he barely fit, man. That was like parallel parking at like 180 mile an hour.
NP Roofer to the outside of Mills. NOCO right behind him. Wicked right behind NOCO.
Oh, Mills
NP
looks like you got a
Roofer
little
says,
bit
I
loose.
like this going fast thing. I know how to do it now. I gotta get myself a Chevy.
Puddin', you remember the whole
NOCO to the
jackass
inside of
talk
Rupert.
before the race?
No, don't do it because I do not have to unplug and I would not like to go through it again.
No, see,
Thank you. Let's get back into
the
this.
way that
NOCO
you were
2 right
puking,
up there.
Whoa, dive down to the inside.
the way that
Rupert
you were
Reed
getting
car
ready
looking.
to puke every time you talk about Chevy, that's the way I feel.
Well, you know what? You were talking about Chevy. You were talking about horse.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I love the battle.
Love you, Puddin'.
in the booth and on the track.
Inside, Mills right there, and Wicked to the outside of Mills.
NOCO.
Guys, this is getting intense. Again,
Yes,
no
it is.
points. No points. It is who finishes in front of who other. Let's see,
Larson.
NOCO is back to back like you were talking about.
And what's
Larson
great right
ended
here
up
in this
getting the
package,
lucky
it seems
dog,
like.
didn't he?
Oh, we got a car a little loose.
Little loose. I just saw that. Yep, that's
If
Kay
I'm
Larson
not
back
mistaken,
there.
he got the lucky dog on that at the end of stage 1. So I'm thinking
to the
he's on
outside
the
of
lead
Mills,
lap,
guys.
is he not?
Mills on that. Mills has that preserved line. Sorry to cut you off. That there's taking on this battle.
You just called
Wicked
me Roofer
battling back.
again.
No, I didn't. I'm watching the race. You should pay attention.
I'm
That's
paying
Mills and
attention. That poker
All right,
car's
Roofer.
gambling right now. Hey, shut up, Pinky, Bubba J.
That's right, Bubba J.
Now they're starting. That looks like they're starting to line up now. That front group
They
is
want
kind
that-
of
yeah, they
broken
want
up
to
and
stick that
slowed
there.
down a little bit. I think
They
everyone got the tires up.
Yeah, I think the tires are starting to get settled in now. They don't want to chance it too much. I think they're all getting separated a little bit. Oh, it looks like Roofer gets a little bit loose.
And right as we see that, they're like, "No, boys, we ain't done yet. We just taking a break."
Hey,
Yeah,
real quick,
yeah,
Bill,
we
I need
just-
you to take a chat. I need to take you. I need to have you take a look at the chat real quick and look what our good buddy Cloud has said. As we watch NOCO battle up there.
Hey. Listen, Arch, you better cut that out.
42 outside with a nice run.
Looks like Roofer's getting a little bit loose up there. Or is
Yeah,
that a
I seen
lag?
that too. I saw a little bobble. Yeah.
Sometimes,
Think his tires might be giving up on him, or starting to maybe,
think
or
it
maybe
might-
he just got him a little heated.
I think they're a little bit. The tires are starting to get pumped up a little bit. I think it's a little bit too soon for him to start wearing out, unless he just made a swing for it and got the wrong tire pressures in there. But we'll have to see.
He
'cause
danced
I
it a little
know-
bit. Am I seeing the same thing?
Yeah, he was definitely bouncing up there. Oh, as Smitty goes a lap down.
Not good. That is not good.
No,
but again,
it
if
is
he's the
not.
first car down, we still have another stage. He can't get
Yes,
that
he's
back.
petty.
Get that back. Get back up on there.
Hey,
Now,
real quick, can anybody
as
make
of-
sense of what our buddy Shadow Crib just sent? I don't understand that. He said he's breaking news. He is retiring from the broadcast booth. That doesn't make any sense to me right now.
I'm not sure. I'm trying to focus on this, as it looks like Wicked Gatekeeper is going to make a run on the inside of Mills and try to get up to Roofer's inside to try to take away from that second position. Because
Oh, 3 wide.
Three wide.
Because Wicked
Yeah, I
came
just saw
around.
that too, Tron.
Wicked cannot
Power
let
move by
NOCO get too
Mills.
far ahead.
Wow, Mills.
The populators really working.
That's the second power move in one stage so far
No,
coming out of
Even
Mills.
though
NOCO
this is
pulling
still
away
the
from these
second
guys.
stage, NOCO knows what he's got now, and Wicked knows what NOCO has now.
It's a
So
slide
if you're
job.
Get
Wicked,
Rupert to the inside of Mills.
if
Wicked
you're
right
Wicked,
behind Mills.
your next
still got
pit
the
stop,
momentum.
Are you making
Wow.
swings?
Car gets loose on the backstretch.
K. Larson
Mills
in
and
the red
Wicked.
car.
Yeah, but Wills and Wicked go around Roofer on the outside. Roofer to the inside. Can he get back up there and catch a sniff of that draft to stay? We see the white car back there trying to catch up to him. Mills trying. Yeah, Mills he's got a great push. So I mean, he's pulling Wicked. Wicked goes to the inside. Mills trying to work that outside again. Wicked to the inside of Mills.
See,
And we see
all
this
three
happening,
of
guys.
them
This is,
lined
we
up.
have to keep an eye on all of these focus, all of our focus on all of these championship contenders. Boom.
Yeah, like I said, all three of them lined up. It looked like they started to close the gap back on NOCO there. Now, if you're Mills, Wicked, and Larson, or not Larson, but Roofer, if you've seen that, do you try to stay in line a little bit more, or do you try to keep passing everybody? I mean,
I don't know. For me personally, if my run gets stalled out, I'm gonna get back behind, fall in line, let the tires cool off, and take a moment to start trying to get some momentum back again. I'm not gonna try to keep forcing the issue if my car's not gonna go past them. I just feel like I'd be burning off my car.
because these guys are with three different teams, so they're not in the same chat parties as each other. So they don't know what each other's doing, but I'm pretty sure if they had, if they could actually see the little bit of a gain that they got on NOCO when they were running 1, 2, 3 in line like that, if they could have realized that, I'm pretty sure that they would probably try to stay in line and try to use that draft. As it looks like Wicked and Larson both get loose coming out of turn 2.
They got that saying.
Man, this track is worse than Bristol. It is notorious for braking on exit. It looks like WickedGatekeeper goes down pit road to make his stops in stage 2.
Yeah, we are halfway in stage 2, guys.
All right, so it looks like Wicked's pulling a playbook out of RJ SMITTY, going to try to split the stage. Now we've seen NOCO last another 2 to 3 laps in that first stage, longer than everybody else. So it looked like it worked to his advantage.
Oh,
so
Mills gets a little loose.
No, signal in pit road.
Oh, signal and pit road. See, that's one thing that we do. If you're not in the same chat party as somebody, go down the backstretch. If you're on the high line, dive down to that bottom. It kind of lets people know, hey, I'm making my move to pit road. Get away from me. That way you don't.
Great information.
That way you don't tray somebody. Hey Trey, how you doing? Going down, as they're trying to go down pit road. Show a little love from my man there. I'm just messing with you. It was all good, clean racing, man. I know it happens. It was my own fault, as you would say. But
that is great information for our development drivers to let them know how things work too. Boom.
Absolutely.
I would think to all drivers, to be honest with you, everybody riding, around, because if we're running those 7%ers or anything, further with pit stops,
especially in the developmental
universal code.
Yes, like Puddin was saying, especially the developmental guys, because what do we have, like almost 40 cars last week for developmental sign up?
Yeah, that was huge.
Yeah, we had to break it down into two 50% races. That way no one got excluded.
Exactly. See, 2 different races, so you're definitely going to have 2 to 3 different chat parties, 3 or 4 chat parties. Not everybody's going to be in communication with each other, so you've got to give some sort of, warning to let everybody around you know, hey, I'm pitting. And I think we've established that in Season 2, that if you're about to pit, dive down to the inside of the backstretch, and that's, pretty much like sticking your hand out the window, waving, saying, hey, I'm pitting, as here comes NOCO.
And a perfect example, as you were speaking about it. Or was he loose?
He might have been. If he pits, then that was his sign. As he keeps going, so no, I think he just got a little bit loose coming out of turn 2 there.
That's right. So he's just trying to drive the wheels off that thing right now.
Yeah. Well, see, I think he realized on stage 1, if he stays out longer, gets a little bit more out of those tires, he'll have the fresher tires at the end of this stage. They might have the fresher tires right now, but after he makes his pit stop, he'll be able to regain whatever he's losing right now.
Here's a great question for you. Now, on those early, pitters, the people that were splitting the race up, Now, if you come out with them fresh tires knowing that the leader is still running and still wearing off his old tires, doing the late pit stop. Now, coming out of the pit stops, would you want to run a little bit easier, or are you just going to burn those tires off as much as you can? Or are you going to try to save?
I think
it's only a couple laps. You got to take full advantage of it. In my opinion, you got to go get it.
That's coming from our in-race reporter right there. I mean, you got yes, you do have to take advantage, but also I think it depends on who you are, what your driving style is. If you're a go-getter, not cutting no slack, you want every position available, you're going to do everything you can to advance, then yes. But, you know, you've got some of these drivers that tend to lay back a little bit, that want to, you know, save a little bit and try to make it last a little bit longer.
And
Now,
hopefully pay in the dividends at the end.
Yeah, if you are pitting halfway through the stage, then yeah, I could see laying back a little bit, trying to save some of it, and waiting for the leader to pit, and then you run your tires down. But as we see NOCO coming on pit road right now, it looks like Smitty's going to get at least one lap back, because I'm not mistaken, he is 2 laps down right now.
So it looks like our championship is going to come down to NOCO and Wicked, unless something can come back for our
if I'm not mistaken,
right
Smitty's the only one that will be a lap down.
Right, but if there's no caution,
he'll still get that lap back. Yes, but he has gone a lap down in both of these stages and got him back from the free pass. So that's not a good look going into stage 3.
No harm, no foul. He will get that lap back. Go ahead and make your adjustments. Mills up into the wall just a little bit. Wicked gets underneath him.
Thank you.
I do have to apologize if I sound a little bit off right now. I'm at home. I'm not breathing sawdust like I usually do at work, so my nose gets a little bit stuffy when I'm at home right now, so I apologize if I sound different.
I can't say what I want to say.
Hey, copy that on the sawdust, Boomer.
Yeah, see, I work in a lumber
it.
shop, so yeah, I'm breathing sawdust all day long. I swear I breathe better at work in the sawdust than I do when I get home.
Completely understand that. General contractor myself, do the same type of work.
Yep, I swing a hammer for 10 hours a day building trusses, so.
Oh, the fun stuff.
Oh, yeah, real fun, depending on your definition of fun.
Get up there, walk and play, balancing.
Yeah,
you're always testing your
RJ
skills.
again.
Wow, man.
RJ coming down to the inside, giving that respect to the leaders.
Well, I'm not sure if Smitty repaired his damage. See, whenever you make a pit stop under green flag, you want to spend as little time as possible on pit road. So I would honestly say try to save the damage repair time for the end of the stage or under caution. That way it don't hurt you as much as it would under a green flag stop.
That is a grateful tip right there. That's thinking outside the box.
Yeah, see, if you know we was talking about earlier, developmental drivers, if you're watching all this stuff, if you get damage, because we know damage is on during these races. Every single race that we have, damage is on. If you get damage while you're racing, if you have to make a green flag stop, if it's not too much, if it's 3 to 4 seconds of damage, and you know you've got a stage coming up to repair that damage, don't fix it. Wait on it. Wait, save that time for under caution. You're gonna lose, my apologies, less time under caution than you would under green. So I mean,
helpful tip.
I mean, it's all about strategy. I mean, strategy, as we know, Puddin's lost how many races now from strategy, but you know.
No, too many. Too many. Just leave it at that.
None of us can count.
We won't even put a digit on it.
Yeah,
too many.
But yeah, I mean, it all comes down to strategy. As it looks like, I mean, because if you want to look at strategy, look at that global poker #1 Monster Energy car right now. I mean, because his strategy right now is paying more dividends than anybody else could. Because I know last season, whenever we were running this race for the championship, he actually had to fight in the first 2 stages between Trout, RJ.
I'm glad you said that about that real quick, Boom. Next year, as everybody knows, I will be racing with Shen Motorsports, as will Arj, and there is a satellite team. You got Shen Motorsports, then you got NOCO. They're going to NOCO, and Money Mike
NOCO.
doesn't know it yet. Money Mike doesn't know it yet.
NOCO.
He's going to help me out with pitch strategy.
NOCO. Is that
Yeah,
Shinoco?
I got it.
So Money
that
Mike,
supposed
I
to
know
be
you're listening,
closer
buddy. You're going to
to
help me out with pitch strategy.
Sunoco?
It's a NOCO.
Is it,
I prefer Speedway, but NOCO will work.
is it closer to Shinoko or Shaniqua?
I would hope
Wow.
so, yeah.
Wow, Boo.
Sunoco, I would hope. Not Shaniqua.
Yeah, Money Mike doesn't know it yet, but I will have something for him because he's going to help me out with pitch strategy, seeing that we are satellite teammates, buddy. I know you're listening. Can't wait to see what that's going to come back as we watch the man, the myth, the legend himself, NOCO, still running smooth up here.
As it
Whatever
looks
that
like
championship.
Roofer's
coming
about
up
to go a
on
lap down.
Roofer,
And that's
yes.
weird because
Roofer is the leader, guys.
Oh, Ripper's the leader?
You are
So
kidding
NOCO's coming
me.
up on the leader. Great job. We're all under the
Wow.
false
Wow!
pretense that
I thought Roofer pitted already and got behind. Holy cow! I'm not going to repeat the exact words that were said. I'm just going to say blank Blake MP blank blank Roofer.
Wow.
Hmm.
Well, at least you were semi-politically correct while on the air.
Those of you who know what I'm talking about
by
will
side for the lead.
understand.
Yep. We got the
Others
side by
won't.
side. It looks like
NOCO will take
NOCO.
the
He's
lead.
pulling it. Yep.
Officially
Daddy
now.
said-
Officially.
Daddy said MF MPGD Roofer.
Did Roofer short pit?
I think he might have taken 2 tires.
2, okay. Well, that explains why NOCO caught up and went around him so fast. But at the end of the day, Roofer's not running for a championship. He's got nothing to lose. He can take those risks.
He's going for that W tonight.
Yeah, exactly. Just
Bet
like
you
you,
he
Mills.
locks up
If you
second
wanted
in
to,
this stage.
where
He's got
are you sitting?
probably I'm in 4th right now.
4th still. All right. So is that you right there behind Wicked?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm by him.
All right. How many laps left? You said.
They're coming around to 2 to go.
You think you got a chance of catching Wicked there, or is he a little bit too far out?
No,
Oh,
he's
come
gone.
on, man. You're supposed to be
He's
confident.
I'm being realistic. He's gone.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, we appreciate you being real like that.
K-Taddy says Pinky
I
Puddin'
see.
going to Mario Kart for next season.
Oh.
So everybody watch out for those banana peels, and when I eat
Turtle
that mushroom,
shells.
I get 10 seconds of extra horsepower by that mushroom. So you all watch out.
Well, you won't be driving a Chevy then because it can't hold it without the engine blowing, but you know.
Oh, I'd
Like
rather
I
have
said,
Chevy
there's
power
even-
than no power, baby.
Yeah,
Chevy power,
there's
no
even
power.
heating competition in the booth.
Chevy
How
power,
about
no
that?
power. What's the difference?
A Ford.
Exactly.
I'd rather put. I'd
And
put
we have a
my,
lot-
you just
hey, do you know why Fords have
just
the?
hurt your own cause by
Carson
saying
on pit
that.
road.
Do you know why Fords have heated tailgates? That way, they keep your hand warm when you're pushing down the road in winter.
Oh, really? Says the person
Good
that
one.
actually has, like lifts and everything, step stools to get into the tailgate because you're too lazy to get up there on your own.
Hey, it
Because
doesn't
it's not
matter
for
how
work
lazy
that.
you are.
That's
If
a
you
good
It's
just
not
have
for
style.
working men. It's not for working men. That's why.
Oh,
It
okay.
looks like we're coming to completion of the
Well,
race
we'll
here,
take
boys.
this up later. We got a championship to work out, buddy.
Yeah, we'll deal with this later.
Racing
we got,
Empire says Chevrolet
I'm sorry,
all
my
the way.
granddad, my dad, my mom, her husband. It's literally I've been a Ford family since as long as I can remember, man.
I'm sorry. Short
I'm
memory.
Looks like it's looks
I'm
like
not.
it's
I
NOCO
finally
Roofer.
finally got a Chevy to race next season. This is S-Tat.
I'm just glad I'm
That's
not
what I was talking
racing a
about. But yes,
stinking
guys.
Toyota next season.
Hey, there's nothing wrong
You got
with the
Wicked in the
Toyota because guess what?
42.
Chevrolet is affiliated
And we
with
got
Toyota.
Mills. That's the top. That's 4.
Sorry. And I think, if I'm not mistaken,
Just bring up top 5.
it would.
Guys, we are
Robbie?
coming down to it. This is
NOCO
it.
got first, MP Roofer second, Gatekeeper third, myself fourth, Robbie Biggs
Robbie.
in fifth, K Larson
Robbie.
sixth,
Ozzy
RJ Smitty
Robbie,
seventh.
that's my homeboy.
Currently
Awesome.
2 laps down for RJ Smitty. He's gonna get one of them back here.
Oh.
One
is
of them
not
back, so
good.
that's not good for him. So that puts 2 as of right now, unless a caution comes out for
All
the
right, now I
championship.
know RJ better than to do this, but if you're him, do you
Then
cause a
don't do it.
caution? Do you cause the caution to get it back?
No, you have respect. You have respect. Everybody in Giggity Racing has respect.
Yes,
We've
they
racked
do.
them, restacked them. We're going green flag racing. We are going third
All right.
stage championship racing. And
Honestly-
the two contenders are on the front row. NOCO to the inside. Wicked right there with them.
All right, I have to ask
And
the
we got the
question
pack
now.
in chasing.
All right, we've started stage 3. As we see NOCO get that run on the inside. He looks like he's going to slide up to the track and block Wicked a little bit here as Wicked tries to cut down the inside.
Yep.
Who is your pick after the first 2 stages?
Whoever has the best pit strategy.
Well, no shit.
I'm not naming
Sherlock.
names.
My apologies.
I'm not
But-
naming names, but yeah, Boom, I'm going to have to fine you $10 for that.
I ain't got $10. Sorry, you're going to get a negative
Nice
draft
move
account.
on.
Ooh, look at Mills
Oh,
getting
we
up
can
in
do
my
the
here.
lead
God,
there,
I had to hold my
3
breath there for a
wide.
Here
second.
comes
Hey,
NOCO.
RJ
Oh,
Mills
NOCO
coming back
is
up the
tr-
front.
not
Mills to
NOCO,
the
but
inside.
Smith.
RJ trying
Mills
to
went
get
to the
that lap back.
inside.
Smitty's
Trying to
doing
hold
his
this guy.
damnedest to get that lap back.
Look at this, guys, right there.
Yes, they are.
Wicked's pulling through.
one,
But
two, and
RJ's right
last.
there. He's trying to get that lap back, though, isn't he? Did you
Yes.
say he was 2 laps down, Mills?
Yes, he was. He is 1 lap down right now, so they're running
Yeah.
1, 2, and last. All 3 under a blanket, as awkward as that is to say.
Wow.
I know NOCO's probably upset with RJ, says, hey, please get out of my way, but RJ
no.
has something
He
to
is
run for
fighting
tonight. He
for a
wants his lap back.
championship too. He cannot
Exactly.
bow down.
Do not give up your
No.
spot.
Exactly.
Do not give up your
It
spot.
don't matter if you're a lap down or not. If you are fighting in contention for that championship still, you cannot
fighting,
bow
yeah.
down and move out of the way. You have to show, I belong here. I got here for a reason. I will
They get
push
around
you
it.
out of my way if I have to.
I used to be one of those guys, and it prevailed for me the other night.
It's kinda hard to push people out of the way
I'm
in a
gonna make them drive
motorcycle,
around
but-
me. They're
Oh,
the
a little bit
leaders.
loud.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
Rupert.
motorcycle racing.
Ooh,
Motorcycle
ow.
racing. There you go, my
While he's
motorcycle.
spinning, RJ is in the
Oh, he
wall
got
and
hit hard.
spinning.
Oh, this is not nice.
Is that
He
going to
won
bring
the
out a
series.
caution? No, it's
I
not.
bet I guarantee you if he could reset the day, he probably would, man. I mean, finishing Kansas so strong, making that
NOCO's
last
trying
lap
to go make room
pass.
to the inside. Wicked runs that high line. Right behind him appears to be the K. Larson
Oh,
car.
my goodness.
Contact made.
Contact
Big
between the
contact, big
teammates.
contact, big
Great
contact.
recovery by NOCO, trying to stick
Yes,
in there.
it
Again,
was.
these guys do. These other contenders out there want a W as much as these guys want to win their championship. So there can be a spoiler out there.
Yeah,
We are not going
Rupert looked like he's going to stick
Roofer's
his
not
nose in here.
playing. Roofer
Nope.
will not give up. He will do
Oh, that is
everything he.
Roofer.
Ooh,
Sorry,
look at
I
a lag
apologize.
there.
You're like, boys, I understand you're trying to fight for a championship, but I'm trying to get this W.
Yes. I mean, like you said, he's got nothing to lose.
And he's proving it right now and
Oh,
showing
absolutely. It's just like I was saying earlier. You know, y'all check in tomorrow's Xfinity Custom Race, man. We're at Bristol and Talladega. The championship
Oh yeah,
is
you guys
already
are going
won.
super speedways
Yes.
and short tracks in one night.
Yes,
I
the
worked with you a little bit
championship
today to
is
help you out.
already
I mean,
won.
Two opposite ends
Nope.
of the spectrum there.
Nobody
Yeah.
has anything to gain or lose but ego. So it's definitely going to be some hard
NOCO
racing.
to the inside
Yeah,
of
I
Mills
know,
over
and
the
yeah.
years, guys.
Here comes Mills now. He ain't going to bow down either, are you, Mills?
Nope.
Nah,
Look at that. Found another little spot right in the
Last checkered
center.
flag of the season, man.
All right, here we go. Well, you are running Sunday,
Mills to
though,
the
ain't
high
you?
side. NOCO
He's
goes behind
challenging
Wicked.
it
Wicked
hard
to the
on the high
inside.
side.
NOCO trying to split that Sunday
Oh,
right up the middle.
Lord.
There you go
Man.
with the,
Pulls it behind
Y'all
Wicked.
need to look at this
Woo!
from Roofer's hood cam right now. This is one heck of a view.
I'm doing the
Oh,
reverse
it's-
on Wicked
oh,
right now, so
no.
you got that one, I'm doing that one.
Oh no, seriously, switch to Roofer's hood cam right quick, man. This is awesome. Seeing these 3 up here, or these 4 up here battling like this, man.
Mills to the high side, NOCO to the inside, Roofer right behind him. Wicked still pulling him around the corner.
Grind the wall a little bit there, Mills.
A little bit.
That's all right.
It's all right, man.
Little wall banging never hurt anybody.
Absolutely.
Keep in it, stay in it. Put that
See-
hammer down. Keep going. Wicked still pulling NOCO down. Here comes Roofer.
Oh,
to the
Roofer
inside
gets
of
in
NOCO.
contact with
Mills
Beautiful
NOCO.
run by Mills on the
to the
inside.
inside of Roofer.
All
Trying to
right.
go.
Here
The
we go. This is
championship
what we
not over
wanted to
until it's
see.
over.
Yeah, he ain't over. Yeah, nowhere near close.
All that's doing is giving Wicked the opportunity to pull away. It appears from my angle right now. He's got 3 or 4 cars on NOCO, but Mills right behind NOCO, Roofer right behind Mills. These guys are not going to give up. Roofer and Mills want that W. NOCO and Wicked going for that championship, guys. Let's see how this all pans out. There is a lot on the line for all 4 drivers, a W and a championship. NOCO to the inside, Wick there. Wick goes to the middle line. Mills went to the high side. Ruby trying to put the Chevrolet on the inside of it right now. I don't know if he's got it cleared. Nope, it's going to be a drag race.
Oh, man.
He needs drag race going
to
turn 3. Yep, drag race in turn 3.
All right.
Mills still on that high side. How's those quadfobulators working, Mills?
Oh, they're feeling good, man.
All right.
That's awesome.
How many laps is this final stage?
Oh, the Roofer gets loose. He gathers it back up.
Yeah, he recovered.
How many laps is in this final stage, Mills?
He's in the middle of an intense battle. You respond when you can, Mills. No harm, no foul. We know what's going on,
lap
buddy.
93.
NOCO gets
Inside.
And here comes Mills for second place. Making that black and gold deuce strong tonight.
Yeah, that's a good-looking car, too.
Doing me proud, man.
I'm still on board with Roofer. I was doing the reverse on Wicked, taking Boomerhauer's advice, jumping on the on board
hood
with
cam,
Roofer.
man. It's Wicked, ain't it? Literally, it's Wicked in front.
Yeah. Mills running in that middle of the line, trying to save some tires, trying to get a good momentum. NOCO going to the inside. Wicked still pulling these guys down the straightaway again. NOCO and Wicked for the championship. Mills to the high side. NOCO's going to peek his nose underneath.
And
Wicked running that middle line right
that
now.
high line momentum coming
Mills,
off now.
And NOCO
Oh, they made contact.
Got a little loose.
Contact.
Oh my God, I'm sorry, NOCO.
And NP Roofer gets into the back of
It's all right. It didn't hurt
Mills
y'all.
after that.
They're still holding. They're still holding.
Yeah,
Plenty
y'all
of time,
still
plenty
good,
of
man.
room. Staying it. 2 of our 3 championship contenders are running up front. Wicked is now
good
running
Lord.
up front. NOCO trying to chase him down. Guys, tonight, Custom Cup Championship. 2 of the 3 up front. RJ having a rough night. Made it on a great race at Kansas. But
Absolutely.
look, Wicked trying to pull away, guys.
Man, if you're Smitty, what are you doing right now? What are you thinking? Are you giving up, or are you just hoping for caution?
No, you do
You're
never.
hoping for caution.
You never give up, man. Stay in it at all times. Never give up.
As it looks like Smitty is on pit road. I'm not sure if he is already backed out.
Oh,
he
man.
gave up.
Roofer.
Roofer gets
Roofer's
loose.
got
Gets loose in the
Oh,
wall.
he's
finished.
back. Oh, no.
I'm on board with him right now, and I think I got a little dizzy. NP Roofer falling way back. Contact.
Wow.
Hard contact.
Yeah.
Car goes around him. I believe that's Truckmate Taylor. I'm going to
I
jump
started
back
seeing
real
his
quick.
car dance. That's and
I'm following along with Mills here, watching this battle between 1 and 2 as it is official. That RJ Smitty has put his car in the trailer and gone.
Oh, he has resigned. We have 2 going for the championship tonight. That's unfortunate.
And
for
the
RJ
way
Smitty.
that Kansas ended, man, he was on that momentum run, man. The way that the race started at Kansas, but the way that it started, the way that it finished, it looked like Smitty was in trouble from the get-go, but able to bounce back, get that last lap pass to win Kansas.
NOCO passing for the lead here.
Yeah, I
he
see that up
is.
there and back here in
Oh,
fourth
we've
place.
got
I do
so
believe
much
is
to
Robbie
talk
Vince.
about.
I'm
We
on
don't
board with
have
him.
the time, man.
Robbie Vince on that new wheel back here in fourth, trying to put a good showing in. Wanted to be a little bit of a point spoiler, but congratulations to you for being in the Cup. Congratulations on your own team next year, Robbie. I can't wait to
And
race for you
yes,
as I jump back on forward with Mills. Mills
Money
jumping right
Mike.
behind Wicked.
You are correct. Regardless of the outcome, Team NOCO will bring home the championship tonight.
But which
Now,
one? It's not over.
is
Mills
it
up high
going
into the
to
wall,
be-
though. Wicked
and-
right behind NOCO, though.
I'm going to quote Star Wars.
I didn't touch it.
I'm going to quote
No,
Star
no,
Wars.
you're-
Is it the master
It's a
or
great
the
line.
apprentice? Like what I did
Mills,
there.
Mills
I
pulled
think
one.
that's gonna be the
Mills
apprentice.
pulled one out at the Roval over
Oh.
Wicked, and a
All
quick
right.
little last-second piss coming out of the last chicane. Can he do that
All right.
tonight to help
Puddin',
disrupt
you've
the
got to
championship?
tell me. You've got. We just heard Tron throw his opinion in for the apprentice. Who are you going with, the master or the apprentice?
No comment.
No, you've got to, man. Come on, man. You got to throw a pick in there. I want to know, man. Come on.
Wicked.
All right, so that's 2 apprentices.
No offense, NOCO.
No
No
offense to
offense, but
NOCO.
No,
no
offense
not
to
at all.
NOCO, but look, he has not left his bumper. He is working on it. Mills gets a little bit loose, but Wicked being on that back bumper of NOCO, he is just biding his time. I think he's waiting at that right time to prey on
Yeah.
him. So that's
Honestly,
why I
I'm saying.
pick Wicked right
Yeah.
now.
I
NOCO
have
has
to say
everything
it.
to gain, nothing. I mean, everything to lose, nothing to gain.
I
Wicked
have
has
to say
everything to gain.
it's not going to be a 3-0 count here. I have to go with the Master. After seeing what this man did driving for me last year at Homestead in the championship round, I've got to go with NOCO. He knows this track. He knows how to get it done. I mean,
That's not
taking-
denying.
Boomer with the
He missed,
master.
and by
Yeah,
the way, he
And
missed a
not
lot
the
of races.
apprentice.
At
Go
the,
with
Okay.
NOCO missed quite a few
Yes.
races at the
He
He
beginning
missed
of the
the
season.
first 4 races of the season and is still was
So you
a
cannot take that away from him.
He was
Yeah,
still
but
40 points above second place heading
This is
into
not points though,
Kansas
Boom.
tonight.
Remember, it's
No,
who finishes
no,
first. It's
I'm
now.
saying
Now we can
he
say
was
it mono
still
and mono.
40 points.
I'm just seeing. I'm watching. Wicked here, and he is just. He's digging, and he's
Yes.
wearing his bumper out. And I
Absolutely.
think that's all. That's what he's really focusing on is wearing out him
But-
and his rear view mirror. He is going
Tron,
to get
I
tired
like
of
you
seeing
said
this
that.
red car.
It is
I-
hard.
and we have
It
seen
is.
it numerous times, Tron, where NOCO loves to get people to wear their car out.
Yes,
Trying
he
to
will
chase him
make
and keep
you
him down. But
Wear your tires
again,
down.
Apprentice, he's in the draft, saving fuel right there. So
But
did
the
he
thing
teach
is,
Wicked?
between Masters and Apprentice, Masters teach their apprentice everything that the apprentice knows, but not everything
everything they
the
do.
Masters know.
Yeah,
Hey,
so
real quick,
therefore,
at
NOCO
your
has
earliest-
that advantage a little bit, if you would
At your
say.
earliest convenience, as Mills gets loose, Mills does have a question from the fan viewers. When at your earliest convenience, let me know when you're ready. I know you're in third. I know you're battling hard. Watching, we can try to chase down NOCO. Let me know because Buck wants to know: are you ready for Sunday? That's all I have to say. I'll
All
let you
I
answer
can
at
say,
your
Buck, is you are going to be the only car on the track to me.
Oh,
I think that's
Colin is
fired.
going on.
Yes,
That
I
shot
might
fired.
have to join this broadcast Sunday now.
I'm gonna be all over this race.
But we guys, we are battling out not only for the lead, not only for second. We are battling out for a championship, custom cup, cup for cup. We talked about it numerous times. I
Oh,
keep
here
repeating myself. I
comes
apologize.
Wicked on the
Wicked making a move to
inside.
the inside.
But as we were saying, NOCO is one. It don't seem like it. NOCO can seem like he's driving aggressively a little bit. He's doing it on purpose, though. He
Trying to
wants
wear him out.
to drive aggressively to make somebody else try to match that level and make a mistake and wear their car down, as y'all was talking about earlier. I've
Do you
seen
think they
him
get
do
together,
it
Boom?
before. So
Do you think they
therefore,
get together?
I don't think so. I think NOCO is going to save a couple laps of tires, making Wicked wear his down a little bit more, trying to gain the upper hand, while in fact it's actually helping NOCO gain the upper hand.
He's going to the outside. NOCO goes slow. We talked to Wicked at post-race at Kansas. He said all gloves are off in third
Yes,
stage.
absolutely.
I don't know.
And I can't say anything.
I
mean,
kind
I
of
can't
see
blame him.
Wicked as saving tires and saving fuel, not having to push his
But
car in as hard.
Trying to run that high line.
and
You
yeah,
save a little bit.
letting
It don't look
NOCO
like he
pull him
is,
around
though.
the track.
It looks like he's trying. He's doing everything he can, possibly. After stage 1 and stage 2, the gap that NOCO had on everybody, honestly, it looks like Wicked is doing everything he can to stay on NOCO's bumper, which is playing into NOCO's hand.
That would
So
definitely
you can look at
benefit
this
him.
at multiple directions. Honestly, I don't know how this is going to turn out. I mean, yes, we've made our picks. We know who we think. Well, we think we know who's going to come out on top, but we really don't. I mean, this is we're watching this live as it happens. There's no telling.
We
Feel
all
like
know how
just
the
came
old
on
adage
there,
is,
guys.
Boom, how we're thinking one hand, well, it's actually want one hand and something
Yes,
in the
it's
other,
a
but
bluff.
let's think in one hand.
Everything is blackjack 21 5.
On the
What
tape.
it's all a bluff. You've got to fake your opponent out to do something that they're not ready for. And it's just, it's hard to do, especially like we said earlier. This is the Elite Series, all right? This is the Custom Cup. This is the best of the best of our league. And as you can see, these two are up here battling, fighting.
NOCO pulls away from them.
Even though they're teammates, even though they're in the same chat party right now, they are not friends. I can promise you that right now.
I will help you get on the racetrack, but on the racetrack,
enemies.
I will race you.
Yes, they are immortal enemies right now, doing everything they can. Hey, I'm doing this.
Oh, Wicked coming to pit lane.
They're both
I think NOCO is too. They are pitting together.
Holy cow!
I don't think NOCO expected
that.
I don't think NOCO expected that either. I
See,
think
I thought NOCO
they
would
were going to go
stay
around.
out
He
a
saw
couple
Wicked come down.
laps.
Wicked goes in, and then NOCO comes down right with him. That's a smart move, though.
Yes,
Did he get a penalty, though?
I don't think
Did he get a penalty in that last second?
Neither one of them's got a penalty pitting so far, so I think they pretty much did the same thing. I mean, 2 stages, neither one of them has been penalized, so I don't see why they would now. They've got their cars in dial. They know how to get on and off pit road. So I don't see either one of them getting a penalty yet. So how many laps left, Mills?
We got 24.
24. That's just enough for a fuel run, is it not?
30 laps of fuel on a full run.
30 laps?
30 laps.
Alright, so that's just a little bit less than a fuel run. So, as it looks like NOCO got the jump coming off of pit road.
So would that leave us for a possible 2-tire change or no tires?
No, absolutely not. I would have to go 4. I mean, 24 laps on a 30-lap run, taking 2 tires would just seem dastardly to me.
Okay.
I mean, some people play it close to the vest. Not saying that nobody wouldn't do that, but if it was me, after running all these laps in stage 3, you know, green flag, no cautions, you're doing everything you can to stay with the leaders, or being the leader, doing everything you can to get ahead of whoever's in second, you would have to take 4 tires, because I guarantee you, they wore them tires down.
Gotcha.
Now, if it was 10 laps to go, something like that, then yes, I could see a 2-tire stop, somebody having the cojones, you know, to do it. But right now, I would have to say 4. If it's me, I'm taking 4. I want as much tire as I can get.
And you sound like a very typical driver there.
Yes, I'm typical. Sometimes I am. Yep. Sometimes, not always.
No. Yeah, it's because all of us drivers, we want our fresh feel good.
Especially on a long run like this, as clean as this race has been, you can't bank on a caution right now. Have we even had a caution outside the stages, Mills?
No, we have not in this race.
Exactly. So therefore, you can't bank on a caution happening. As clean as this has been, as hard fought as this has been, it's been clean as well. So you can't bank on that. So you've got to set yourself up for that long run.
Maybe that was in Smitty's mindset as well when it come down to it. He saw there was no green.
He was banking on it.
And he saw there was no cautions flying, and there was nothing he can do.
Nope. And you got to give it to Smitty. Smitty's always championship caliber. He's always in contention every single year. It doesn't matter what series it is. It don't matter if it's custom or presets. He's always going to be there at the end fighting for a championship. So I got to give a shout out to him for lasting as long as he did. You know, this series, you know, this quality of drivers, it's not easy to do. I've been there. I've done it. I made it literally 1 car outside the Final 4 last year at Homestead. I can't remember what the previous race was, but I know for a fact the last race, again like this year, was Homestead. I made it to the Final 4.
Like tea in the house.
But I didn't make the Final 3, so I know how difficult it is to get there. So props to him for making it this far. I mean, for anybody.
Yeah. And he is an amazing driver. He does, and I've raced him. You know, in other lobbies,
he makes
things
you
of that
work.
nature.
Everybody here does.
He will not give up. I mean, and he'll push the envelope in an issue every chance he'll get. I mean, there is no mistakes with that guy.
All right, but I'm going to leave this camera view on the reverse angle so I can see Wicked in the background. I'm going to leave it sitting on NOCO's hood view right now, looking back at the rest of the field, and I will be right back in about 25 to 30 seconds. So y'all take it away.
Copy that.
Those adult beverages running through that old man's bladder. This is you and me, Tron. We'll get him covered real quick. This is not over yet, man. We have a battle on our hands.
No, this is the strongest in the survival of the fittest when it comes down to this race right now, and who has the car, the agility, and patience to see it to the end.
And again, this is customs. Anything can happen. We saw it at Kansas. Patience is a virtue. Wicked lost a little bit of room right here, appears to be, but let's see what happens, man. NOCO trying to go back to back. We were just talking about it in the chat room. The trophy will come back to NOCO Racing tonight. They will come back to NOCO Motorsports. Everybody in the shop start pushing that broom, start cleaning the trophy cases off. But who will bring back that trophy?
Wow, yeah, I know it's looking pretty strong right now in NOCO's favor. I'm watching Wicked right now, trying to search for that speed and that line to get back up to him, but so far no avail.
Yeah, there's a little bit of room right now in between them. They do have some breathing room that they each the
And by the way, Puddin', I heard that comment.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
I know karate.
Okay. Sure. Wax on, wax off, right? It looks like Robbie Vids is coming off pit road. Looks like he cut a little bit of grass trying to stay out of the way of the leaders there. A little bit of respect shown there. He don't want to mess anybody's race up.
No, by all means. Let's keep that thing clean. Now, he was slow up, Robbie was. I noticed him earlier at a pit stop not too long ago that it looked like he was loaded up like almost possible flat tire. But I couldn't tell. But he was slowed all the way through 3 and 4 and onto pit road.
Plant out there on the YouTube land says he wants to see NOCO pop a tire.
Ooh. Well, Groot Motorsports and Underdog Racing kind of merged halfway in the season, or a little bit later than that, I think. So I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Plant and all them, those guys are a part of Underdog now. So of course.
We are coming down to the end of this finish, trying to figure out how many laps. We do have an in-race reporter trying to win himself a race tonight, as these two are starting to pull away just a little bit. Bills, thank you for everything you do, and I know you're concentrating real hard in that black and gold Deuce car right now, but Wicked trying to hunt down NOCO. NOCO's so methodical, so smooth at all times, especially in clean air. I do not know what's going to happen. Anything can happen, guys. It's not over until the black and white fly. Let's see how this pans out. Wicked giving it everything he has. I talked to him this morning. He is practiced and practiced and practiced and practiced. He's got it set up in. Let's see how it works for him. Here's both of them in that middle line right now, Tron.
Yeah, I'll share something with you guys as a driver. There is one thing that NOCO can do that he is better without question than everybody else, and it's getting on pit road.
Well, see, that's what I was trying to think. Because something had to happen on pit road. The way that Wicked was stuck right to NOCO's bumper before pit road, something had to have happened in order for NOCO to get that lead coming off of pit road. So I'm not sure if it was just a pit crew, because we know how pit road is on here. Sometimes you have a 14.3, sometimes you have a 16-second pit stop. And the way that they came off of pit road, it looked like NOCO had a little bit better of a pit stop than Wicked did. And it's not Wicked's fault. It's just the game.
Yes. And that would be truly unfortunate, but you're right. That is the game, and it is. It's it's just some of the circumstances that we have to encounter and deal with.
But also, throw this out here on a side note, I'm not going to mention any names per take because I want it to be a surprise for everybody. And this is first-hand, exclusive information. We might, and I say we as a racing group, as a community, as a league, Giggity, we might have another top dog joining our league for next season.
Oh.
So y'all,
possible classified information.
Yes,
classified
stay tuned.
Info. We have roundtables coming up. Information will be revealed at the proper time.
I don't think yes, proper time. I don't think it'll be tonight. I don't think it'll be any time this week. But just stay on the edge of your chair, because it is a big name that a lot of people know. A lot of people do everything they can to try to beat this driver and try to, work with them to try, hey, how do you do this and how do you do that? But so yeah, just stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen, because
now I'm on the edge of my seat. Now I can't wait to hear about this. Who is it? Who is it?
I'm under contract not to say.
Yeah, I can understand that. Oh yes.
All right. So how many laps are left, Mills? About what, 10, 15?
Less than that. I think. Hold on, coming up on the start finish line here. It's coming down to 7.
7, man.
7 laps.
I told you. I thought y'all picked the apprentice. I picked the master.
Now, but now in the defense here, I really am curious to know what the pit times were.
Yes, I am too.
Very
because
much.
like we said, you know, they pitted together at the same
Yes.
time, less than a car length away from each other. But whenever NOCO came off pit road, compared to Wicked, there was what, 10 car lengths?
There was, yeah, at least a second.
And that's
or two.
all the gap that NOCO needs. Once he sees that gap, he knows that he has a little bit of wiggle room. He can run that car as hard as he wants to without losing that position. He has a little bit of leeway, and that tends to help people. It's almost driving without your mirror on.
Yeah, and he gets to search the track now. He gets to search the track for speed and handling.
Find a groove that works a little bit better.
And he's easier on the tires, for sure.
But also the fact, I mean, it still comes down to it. They're in the same chat still. So, I mean, that's got to be...
I don't think much is being spoken right now between those two.
I don't think so. I can't really say because I've never been in that situation. Now, last season in the Xfinity Series, I had Kay Larson and Go With The Flow running at Homestead for the championship against Marcus Edub. He was running for for Toyota with RKM, and I had those two for Team Ford. I was broadcasting and commentating that race. I couldn't imagine being in that chat, in that chat party between the two of them, because at the end of the day, you want it to be between the two of you. If you've got a teammate, you want that other person there because you trust that person.
Yep.
But also at the same time, you're doing everything you can to fake them out
that person
to get them to make a mistake. So I couldn't imagine being in that situation.
Yeah, who knows how you drive? Who knows how you like to fake them out?
I mean, you've literally raced an entire season with each other. So you've got to play your biggest hand. Talking about Kenny Rogers, know when to hold them, know when to fold them. I mean, this is just...
I think we all have buddies like that out there that we run with, and I have one as well. Yep.
I'm gonna do this. You do the same thing, and something be different. And be like, you little turd, you lied to me. Hey man, we're a championship.
Sometimes the only way to get past each other is to wreck. Look at him running away with this thing right now.
Yes, he is, man. Coming up on...
I think we are coming up on our last few laps, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, I think we've got 4 laps to go right now, as it looks like NOCO is probably going to take the 3 to go as he comes back across the start-finish line, or maybe even possible 2 to go. Mills, whenever you cross the start-finish line, if you would please let us know there, sir.
10-4.
10-4, good,
sorry,
buddy.
I can tell you that. NOCO, white flag, 1 to go.
1 to go. Here it is,
White
countdown for the championship.
1 to go, as long as this man does not make a crucial
or blow a tire as one of our.
Well, that would suck. But
congratulations,
as
NOCO.
he comes down the back straightaway, heading into turn 3, making the transition from turn 4, making that exit on the front stretch, coming to the start-finish line. NOCO Racing will be back to back Giggity Racing League Cup Series Custom Elite Champion.
He just put it all in, and he came out with the pot. Look at that. Good job.
Yes, he did. Send that bad man an invite right now, man. Don't even wait. Actually, send him and Wicked both an invite, man. Get them both in here right now. Don't even wait for
I want to know what kind of hand he was.
NOCO.
I was wondering what kind of hand he was riding in that car right now. Was it a 4 of a kind? Was it a flush? He was running something.
Oh, flush nothing, man. He was running that Royal Flush tonight. Look at the hood of that car. It tells it all. As we see Robbie doing 360s. Not sure what that was about.
Celebrating being in the cup.
Absolutely.
Putting that Chevy horsepower to the ground.
Yeah, he's got to go to Kroger and get a new car.
Yeah, I got NOCO here. I'm gonna suggest him to you, Puddin'.
Poor.
And Wicked as well, if you don't mind.
Congratulations to all of our contestants tonight, man. Kansas was one hell of a race. Like I said, all the boys back at the shop, Money Mike and all of them, they better get the brooms out, pull the Windex out. They got 2 championship trophies coming towards them. So do your job, Money Mike. Do your job. Clean the case.
It's hard. Y'all know. Y'all have run. It's hard to win a race in this series.
That's firm.
But to win a championship is even more difficult. But to win back-to-back Custom Cup Elite Series champ, I mean, I can't imagine, man. As Wicked had the fastest time. NOCO sitting second, Roofer third, Mills.
Look how close.
In Race Reporter in fourth, and Robbie running out the top 5. All right.
Sorry, guys. I guess I could have given you that
put
information.
A shrimp on the Barbie, buddy. Good job.
A shrimp on the Bobby.
Bingo! Send it. Thank you, guys. Man, we've had so much fan participation out there in YouTube land tonight. We got Marcus, we got John,
man.
We got John. I mean, I can't keep up with everybody. I'm just seeing the names that I see right now. Money Mike, Cash Boss, you participated a lot too, man. We've had so many people out there in YouTube land. Giggity has expanded so big, and there he is. Congratulations, sir.
NOCO! Woo!
Man, as your former captain, man, I know they already said it, but I want to say, man, congratulations. Winning races in this league, especially in this series, Custom Cup, the Elite Series, it's hard to do. You won 7 races in a row, and you brought home 2 back-to-back championships, man.
After missing 4 races.
Yes, after missing the first 4 races, and still able to do that, man.
That's a charge right there.
I mean, I don't know what to say. I mean, you made me proud.
This one's
man.
for NOCO.
There you go.
There you go.
But
congratulations, awesome, NOCO. That was
what was it like being in the same chat party as your teammate who's also battling for a win?
It was pretty quiet most of the chat.
I can only imagine.
I called
it. Fly on the wall. Everybody had their own strategies. And you guys put on one hell of a show. You knew you were comfortably coming into Homestead, going into Kansas, watching those 3 guys battle it out, especially participating up there for the lead yourself. What do you think? How do you think that Kansas race ended up?
It just was a fight at the end.
Absolutely.
There was a bunch of cars everywhere, and guys want to advance, and other guys just want to stay out of the way and just try not to mess up or wreck or cause somebody else to wreck. But at the end of the day, it was a crazy race.
It was, man.
It was an epic battle.
Money Mike says hashtag NOCO wins the cup.
Stage 1 and Stage 2, it looked like after the pit stops, it looked like you stayed out a little bit longer than everybody else, try to, stretch them tires out a little bit more. So it looked like, you had that little bit of a gap at the end of the stage because you had fresher tires than everybody else. Now, Stage 3, whenever y'all made that green flag run, Wicked was literally right on your bumper. Y'all pitted together, but it looked like you came out about 10 or so car lengths more ahead of him.
Yeah.
Did you just have one lightning heck of a pit stop there, or
Yeah, we're dying to know on the times.
Yeah, I think it was like a 14.7, and I think he ended up with like a 15.2 6 or something like that. And
I
that,
knew it had to be the pit
That was
stop.
it.
Like I said, the
Yeah,
pit
I
crews,
mean-
man, and it's nothing that anybody control. That's I'm gonna go ahead and say it, Puddin'. You can find me again. That's the shit part of it. I mean, pit stops.
You might-
$10 fine.
I love it.
$10
You can't
fine.
control
I love
the time. I mean, you can hit your pit road right on the mark. You can get the entrance, the exit, everything right. But the pit crew itself, changing the tires and all that stuff, it's out of your hands. So it's got to suck. Especially Wicked, I seen you join, man. You had one heck of a run, but you know, as close as you was on NOCO's bumper going into that final green flag stop, as far late as you exited off of pit road compared to him, it's got to stink knowing there was
That's
nothing
gotta be
you
a
could do about
heartbreaker.
it.
Yeah, no, it does stink, and like I was, but I kind of think, the whole run I was staying with him is just because of his draft. He had the little bit slightly better car over the long run. I was burning through tires, and then
see.
and then
Boomer called it.
we're gonna have to address that that Jack guy during the off season because he's just not cutting it anymore.
Well, Wicked, I talked to you last night. You guys put on one hell of a show at Kansas. You were practicing. You put in all the hard work. How did it feel, Wicked, to know that you made it to the Cup and the Cup Championship, Custom Cup Championship, and to compete like that?
I'm blown away. I never thought I would, make it this far. Rookie season, never really did too much in the way of customs on NASCAR Heat 3 or anything like that. So this was kind of like a big stepping stone, learning curve, and definitely got to thank the old captain, Mr. NOCO, for if it wasn't for his insight, I would be, still lagging behind the curve. So it's definitely, made some great relationships, built together a strong team, and did great during the season. So you can't ask for more.
And you put a great name out for yourself, man. Congratulations, Wicked.
Appreciate it,
Yeah,
guys.
Wicked, man. Congratulations.
Very good
dude.
job. Yeah, it was some very impressive racing between you guys.
Absolutely.
I mean, and we were actually debating and talking about how when you were Tron here, by the way, but we were actually discussing on how your run behind NOCO, and if you were actually saving or if you were actually pushing the heck out of that car to stay up with him. And I was having bets on you were running her as easy as you could, letting try to pull you around the track, so you're trying to save the car.
Yeah, well, I think with both of our setups, we were both geared to run the bottom. So it was all about, I don't think I touched the brakes once in that race. It was all about letting the car roll in.
Yep.
Trying to save your tires and be there to capitalize on something if it happens, but at the same time, don't force nothing. So
We'll see. Was that the game plan, NOCO, especially in the third stage, knowing that he was going to be right there on your bumper? Was you trying to make him wear his tires out so you could, were you trying to drive aggressive, make him wear his car out so you would have the little bit better of the long run?
It wasn't really necessarily making him wear stuff out. I wasn't trying to push it like 100% there, and I just wanted to make sure we could get away from the melee and settle it amongst ourselves with pit cycles and stuff like that. But
Well, I mean,
seemed to
going
work out
into
pretty
the-
good, and
go ahead. Sorry, didn't mean to cut you off.
it just seemed to work out pretty good, and that's the rest is history now.
All right, well, I do
Real
have
quick,
one
guys,
question.
our chat is blowing up. No offense, Boom, I'm going to give you this, but our chat is blowing up. We have so many people out there. Congratulations to NOCO. Congratulations to Wicked. You guys, there are so many people out there giving you guys props. So I just, it's blowing up. So I don't want to take away from what Boom has to say, but please go and look and say what's up to everybody who says. Congratulating you guys. Go ahead,
I
Boom
just
Howard.
have one question for you there, NOCO.
Yes, sir.
Last year, on Heat 3,
Yeah.
20 laps to go, both of us running 1 and 2, you for the championship, me just running for giggles. We was kicked out of each other's party for some reason. Whenever we got to talk again after I started a new chat party at the end of the race, you were in tears, man. There's no tears tonight. What's wrong?
No, I'm thinking about the Kansas race, honestly, right now, and I just don't want this to feel tainted in a way. So, you know,
You know what, man? Like, let me step in and say something. Mills here, everybody. That is a racing thing. You look at championships, you know,
Yes.
over the years, drivers just going for it, going all out.
Joe
Somebody
Logano and
always
Carl
goes away
Edwards for a
upset.
big example.
Yeah, exactly. Or Matt Kenseth and Joey Logano in the playoffs. Like, tempers are gonna flare. It's a part of racing. It's what makes this sport great. So, it happens, man. I wouldn't take it to heart.
Absolutely
well
not.
earned. We've been chasing you all season.
That's what
You
makes
definitely
Giggity
deserve it. So, congratulations, man.
I think it was some amazing racing done by everybody, and you guys just put it down, hands down when it comes down to the aggressiveness, to the style of lines, just the sheer competitiveness of the end of this championship. It was just mind-boggling to me. So hands down, hats off. You guys did an amazing job.
thanks, man. Appreciate it. And just, I'm just the type of person that I don't want a cloud or an asterisk put next to anything, and so be
The
it
only
if it
asterisk
must be
beside
that
your
way,
name
but,
is how you kicked ass, man. Don't you even.
Yeah, that's a firm.
Shout out to all the viewers tonight and the fans. I really do appreciate
Oh yeah,
the
we've
support,
got.
whether it's positive support or negative support. I mean, I'll take either one.
That's
I haven't
right.
heard
They're
any
making
negative.
noise, right?
Yeah,
Yes,
we've got
definitely.
300 comments on this broadcast alone tonight, man.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
We had over 250 on the last one, and we've got 300 on this one. So they're definitely following along. They're definitely watching, showing their support.
Well, I
That's
definitely appreciate the support from all the fans and all the drivers that participated this season on Wednesday nights, and I'm just so thankful for having a really good group of guys to race with, and even though things can happen on the track, we just try to move forward with stuff, and some people just might not see eye to eye with a lot of things, which that happens, but just really proud of the effort tonight, and the car was really loose, I can tell you that, and
Hey,
trying to
this
get the
is fast.
rotation.
Yeah,
Trying to get the
seemed like you had that
rotation out
car
of it.
set.
It's definitely one of my preferred tracks. I do like it a lot. And, it's just shout out to Roofer. He ran a really good race, and Mills was up there, and just a great race overall. Unfortunate for RJ Smitty, he had some issues, and they got into a couple incidents, and there wasn't a caution that got brought out. But overall, it was really fun.
Alrighty.
Yeah, fast race, boys.
All right. So what are you looking forward to most in season 4?
I'm just ready for.
Or are you ready for a
new
couple weeks
drivers.
off to relax?
A break. I was just gonna say. I think everybody's looking for a break.
Oh, believe me, from a captain's perspective, there's no breaks going on right now.
I know for a fact
Actually-
exactly what you're talking about, Mills. Don't think I don't, because I do. But yeah, all y'all, the Kansas race and tonight. I mean, even the last race at Homestead, y'all put on, every single one of y'all, one heck of a show. I don't think there's another group of drivers in NASCAR heat on Xbox, PlayStation, PC, whatever. I don't think anybody could have put on a better show than what y'all did between these two races tonight. And just congratulations to everybody. Even the ones that didn't make the championships. NOCO winning the championship. Wicked right there in second. Everybody who played a part in this season. Everybody put on one hell of a show. You did your best. You strive for excellence. As y'all seen, we had one to two cautions, I think, all night outside of stages. That just shows the level of competitiveness, respect, the clean drive, everything. I mean, it's a stamp on what we are. And
Let's not forget, Millhauer, this is championship week tonight. Friday night we have wrapped up a truck. Last week, Kate Taddy in our third. Last night at Thora, we saw a new winner. We still have two. Yep, we got two Xfinity races to come. We have a development race, and we still have our Slider Cup on Sunday, guys.
Yes.
Sunday will wrap up the end of the year, but it's not over yet, man. This is an exciting week for everybody. Drivers, participants, everybody, man. This is awesome. I can't wait to be part of it. Thank you guys for having me.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
definitely.
Yeah,
Like I
Same
said,
here.
man, just
definitely appreciate it. Without the broadcast, there would be no show. So I've got to give big thanks to you guys and the viewers out there.
yeah, you guys make it entertaining, and we're definitely thankful, like I said, for the viewers and stuff, and for all the team members of the other teams and other team chats. Congratulations on a very productive season to all the teams on Wednesday, and I look forward to next season.
All right, absolutely. Well, as you heard it from the two-time back-to-back champ himself, NOCO Racing, tomorrow night, don't miss out. Even though the championship's already locked up by that bad man in that number 10 car, he already got the championship. But tomorrow night, that just means the Custom Xfinity at Bristol and Talladega. There's nothing to gain. There's nothing to lose. The only thing that is going to hurt is pride at the end of the night. It is
Bragging
all
rights.
out.
Bragging
no
rights. I'd
holds
rather have bragging
barred.
rights over a trophy. And
Yeah,
in between these two races, Jake sent me quite a few different paint schemes, and he wanted my vote. And just to let you know, buddy, you know how partial I am to orange. That orange is sexy, son. That's my vote. But yes,
'Cause he's
we
a
are
Tennessee
not done
fan,
it.
that's why.
Okay, no. Anyway, go on. We have the rest of championship week to keep going, guys. It's not
Absolutely.
over till Sunday. So, Boom, Tron, Arch, thank you for everything you do. Robbie, Edo, Trout, we're thinking about you guys. We've
Trout,
done so much
Etho,
this
little
week.
man. I know all three of y'all are going through your own little health issues right now. We wish every single one of y'all the best of luck moving forward. Hopefully, if there's anything that else that we can do for y'all, don't hesitate. Let us know. Everybody's seen what we did for Ed. We can.
We
do
have
the
been
same
so
thing for
productive
y'all.
this season
I just
to help
needed to say
everybody else.
something.
It's like,
Go
again, it's
ahead,
a
no,
Say
family.
something real quick.
Go ahead.
I need some of what Coco has.
Ooh, Money Mike.
Mud.
Shout out to you.
Because that barge was hitting the bottom of the river last night. He said they kept hitting mud. So do you need some red clay?
No, Coco.
No, guys. Thanks again,
Yes,
Robbie,
absolutely.
NOCO. Thank you for having me. I know we've had our talk. I know I missed I missed my cell phone when it rang. I ignored the phone call. But everybody here in Giggity, thanks for having me. This is Championship Week. I'm excited to be here. Thanks for having me in the booth anytime I can be here. Tron, how was your first night in a booth with Cup Custom on Championship night, man?
Besides that, my feet are hurting because of all the jumping and down, back and forth pacing. I mean, it was insane. I was
joined
blown
July.
away.
I joined July, so I meant to imagine how my knees and feet here hurt. I meant if we got to see this for a full season.
Yeah, I mean the way everyone was putting it down, some of the aggressive moves that I was watching. I mean, like you said, it took me back. I was like, oh man, this is because I run, the Custom Cup and some of the moves that you guys were throwing down. I have to say, I couldn't foresee myself doing that because I wouldn't see a really good outcome, at the end of that one. But you guys made it stick, made it exciting. I mean, it was just all the way through and through fast.
I just hope next season starts and continues the same way that this season ended. The way that, the fight, the battle.
It's funny you say that because Roofer out there. Yeah, Roofer and Dirty South Network said, can't wait for season 4. Right as you said that.
Absolutely.
Tune in, he says. I can't. Yeah, that's ironic.
We've still got our Custom Xfinity tomorrow night. We've got another developmental race Cup Series at Homestead Friday night. We've got our Slider preset championship Saturday night, also at Bristol and Talladega with Jake leading the pack, and we've got our Slider Cup on Sunday again coming from Kansas and Homestead. So absolutely, we've still got more championships to win. We've got more racing to do. Please,
we still got plenty of opportunities to rack them and stack them.
Absolutely. So don't be afraid to join us. Throw your support. We thank y'all. Like we said, like NOCO, y'all are the reason we do this. If it wasn't for y'all, we wouldn't be broadcasting all this. We just want to put on one hell of a show for y'all. But thank y'all for everybody who joined, and it is official. We have hit over 300 500 comments on this broadcast.
Oh, that's awesome.
Nice.
Thank y'all.
That's awesome.
All right.
Thank y'all.
That's awesome.
Beautiful
I think
race.
that's the
don't
most
forget,
I've
don't forget
ever
to hit
seen.
that like and don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Once we get up to 300 subscribers, Robbie has come on air and publicly said he will say his patented Robbie saying. So let's get up there. Let's do that, guys. And like I said, thanks for having me up here, Tron.
Oh, thank you guys so much, man. I
Arch,
appreciate
everything you do, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Boomhauer, my
Appreciate
Keystone
you guys,
Cowboy.
you know,
Nanderbred,
time
my
out of your night.
Ohio buddy, NOCO, congratulations, Wicked, congratulations, but you guys still got one more night to go on Sliders.
Yeah, ready.
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
Absolutely.
Just, thank you guys for taking the time out of your night and broadcasting. We do
Oh, you know I
appreciate it.
love to do it.
There's a lot of fun. I tell you
It
what,
is.
man. All as fun as
would miss
driving.
it. Like I said, this is much better than the actual NASCAR season half the time, especially
I know,
when you
right?
got that. It is, so.
You ain't got to worry
But
about
Boom,
Kyle
I'll let
Busch
you take
winning
us
every
off, buddy.
race. But, yeah, absolutely. Y'all join us in for the rest of the week. From now, tomorrow night, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we've got championship races coming each and every night. We've got, a lot of impact, a lot of hard-fought championship battles ahead. Please join us then. We appreciate it. We love y'all. Thanks. This is why we do it. So, Puddin', go ahead and say your line, and I'll say mine.
Y'all be safe!
And bye!
Bye!